He took off on us! What? One more watt and you'll be a light bulb! What?
Everyone knows that Carrey and improv go together like lamb and tuna fish, so it's not surprising to find out that one or two lines from his films came from the top of his head. The most annoying sound scene in Dumb and Dumber is one of the comedy classic's funniest scenes, and it was entirely improvised by Jim Carrey. Guys! You can actually see Jeff Daniels start to crack up right before the cut, and hats off to the actor in the middle for not breaking character. Because of him, this stayed in the script. Carrey ad-libbed a ton of the funniest lines in Dumb and Dumber. For example, he didn't originally have a line when he was leaving the hotel bar, but he improvised by looking at the framed 1969 newspaper and saying,
No way!
We landed on the moon!
Revisiting his role in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, Carrey shines once again. In the scene where Klaus states, "Our parents just died," Carrey refuses to break character and asks if he can take the line again.
Our parents just died.
How very, very awful.
Wait. Let me do that one more time. Give me the line again. Quickly,
Well, it's fresh in my mind.
The cameras never stopped rolling. Because of Carrey's natural ability to embody his characters entirely, the line in the scene feels totally seamless, and therefore it was kept in the final cut of the film.
Wait. Let me do that one more time. Give me the line again. Quickly.
Well, it's fresh in my mind.
Our parents just died?
During a scene from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, where Jim Carrey rips the tablecloth off the table, all of these plates and dishes were supposed to fly off the table as well. But Jim Carrey accidentally succeeded in physics and perfectly removed the cloth without damaging anything. So him going back to the table and knocking everything over was completely improvised. Jim Carrey's entire vibe revolves around keeping the audience on their toes, as demonstrated in scenes like the one in The Mask, where Carrey is being chased by gangsters and pulls out a wet condom out of one of his pockets and says,
Sorry, wrong pocket.
This line was actually improvised on the spot, and the director decided to include it in the final cut.
Sorry, wrong pocket.
In another scene from Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey improvised the awkward moment outside the gas station to mess with two random men who weren't even paid extras. They just happened to be outside the 7-Eleven where they were shooting the scene.
Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
According to the screenwriter, everyone on set liked it so much that they kept it in the final cut of the film.
Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
Thanks to Jim Carrey's remarkable improvisational skills, any of his movies could easily secure a place on this list. While there isn't a single standout moment, but the whole vibe of liar, liar just screams that Carrey might be the funniest dude alive.
In your
Your classic line flubs, but there are also these awesome moments when Carrey goes totally off script, leaving his co-stars in total shock.
If I was a
As they say in show business, you should never work with animals or children. This statement seems to have rung true for the makers of The Mask, since it turns out that Milo the dog wasn't exactly the perfectly behaved pooch they hoped he'd be.
We can't.
Milo.
In one scene where Carrey tries to shovel money into a closet using a frisbee, it wasn't meant to have Milo grabbing onto the frisbee at all. Luckily, Jim Carrey is such a talented improviser that he went along with whatever Milo was doing. It turns out that this take was the one they used in the final cut of the movie.
No.
This time, it was a gesture and not a line of dialogue that Carrey improvised on set. In The Truman Show, while in the bathroom, Truman uses a bar of soap to draw on the mirror and turn himself into an astronaut, exploring a planet that he dubs Trumania.
I hereby proclaim this planet Trumania.
Carrey completely improvised this moment. He also did another take, where he instead drew long curly hair and a dress. But it was the Trumania take that made the final cut, a good decision that better fit Truman's character.
That one's for free.
See? He's nuts.
Bruce Almighty was one of Jim Carrey's funniest movies, at least in the early 2000s. Carrey got to do a lot of his over-the-top mannerisms in the movie, but the film's final cut portrayed him as a slightly more straight-laced character. The scenes that did get cut, however, were way less grounded, and saw Carrey go to his signature wacky place a lot.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, are you eating that? Sorry.
Despite not being Jim Carrey's best movie, The Cable Guy has earned a cult following since its release, but it does feature one of his best unscripted moments.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
This scene was a reference to Anthony Hopkins' iconic Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs. Even Matthew Broderick cracks with laughter at this improvisation. Here's a fun fact. Hannibal Lecter never actually says that line in the movie.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah!
One of the most memorable scenes in When Nature Calls occurs, when Ace Ventura begins randomly singing the theme song to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, while en route to the consulate for the first time.
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too.
This scene was a result of Carrey completely forgetting his lines for the day, and began ad-libbing the musical theme on the spot. Since both actors in the scene remained in character without laughing, the director loved the scene so much that he kept it in the final cut.
Chitty